Hey there, Sovereigns. Monica Grace from cardreadingqueen.com here with a video for the full moon reading. This is happening February 9th, so you'll best be able to see it February 8th. It's a snow moon and it's in Leo this month, and we are going to get right into it. So I wanted to say, with this full moon, there's a lot of energy right now for the feminine around a wounding of injustice. And I pulled this. So actually, I pulled the cosmic energies for twin souls. I've pulled it up till about June 2020 at this point. And I'm hoping to publish it at some point because there's so much going on week to week. I haven't had the time to be able to do that, but if you guys think that this would be helpful, let me know. I've been meaning to do some cosmic energy videos in order to do like a weekly reporting or something like that. Haven't had the time to do it, but have definitely pulled it and pulled the information for it. And yeah, right now the feminine is going through this huge wounding around injustice. I had pulled that information back in January and feeling it as we move into February, and as we move, it's around basically a second energetic cycle this year already. And so this cycle, which is anchored by this full moon, is, around this, and I'm absolutely feeling it at this time. So that's really been interesting for me. So anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that information. I'd like to have it in like some sort of report for people to grab or download. I'd also like to start doing weekly cosmic energy reports on this channel and just like hop on for a couple of minutes, talk about the cosmic energies. I'm not sure. I guess just let me know. Let me know if you have any interest in that. I would probably make the detailed reports free for my bundle subscribers. So people who have gotten the card readings for 2020, the extended ones from the channel. So anyway, we're just gonna get right into this with that thought in mind. And so because of that, what I'm getting, or what I have from the cosmic energies, is really that the feminine is in kind of a darker place. So that's why I kind of picked this tarot deck for her. I'm getting that the masculine is in a lighter place through this injustice wound, because it's really the wounding is more in the feminine's energy right now. And yeah, I don't know how much detail I want to get into that, because it's just easier to explain it in the cosmic energies at some point. So, and I just don't know if I don't know if I have the capacity to do that right now. So anyway, we'll just get right into the reading. Pulling some overall energies for the masculine on the left and the feminine on the right. All right, so let's tap into this now. Yeah, so on the masculine side, we have what do you need to release with the waning moon. And then a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. What I'm getting from this is that the masculine is doing okay right now. He's really feeling resolved on a lot of things. He's actually, this personal issue reaching resolution is actually him releasing the final bits of whatever personal situation he was going through. So take that as it resonates for your situation. We're going to get deeper into this as we go along. So we have on the feminine side, believe in the impossible and expect powerful change. A blue moon and the new moon eclipse. So we're getting a lot of new moon energy here. Also a lot of full moon energy. What I'm getting from this is that, basically going back to that injustice wounding, basically what's happening is that the feminine is experiencing something that is, it's really more like an ancient or patriarchal wounding, where, you know, it's almost like, it's not Me Too, but it's almost like that, where women have really settled for a lack of power for so long. And this feminine is specifically experiencing this with her higher power right now, with her masculine right now. And it goes back to some of the patriarchal wounding that is collective in our society. So some of the specific examples that I've seen and been speaking to others about is really that, like one example is just things not being fair. Like, it's this wounding of the feminine has done everything right. She's followed all the rules. She was a good girl in school, and the outcome is not coming up the way it should be for her, the way she feels it should be. So it's like this heartbreak of expectation not meeting reality right now. So that's one example. And it could also be that the masculine, something that the masculine might have done is okay, but there's like a double standard with the feminine. So the feminine, you know, when the masculine did it, it was fine, but now the feminine has done something similar, and it is, you know, she's being punished for it, or she's being shamed for it. And so there's an injustice with that. Let's dig deeper into the specifics of the situation. This is one of my favorite new decks, so I've been using it a lot. It's called the Light Seers Tarot. Gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And I just wanted to say that, like all my full and new moon readings, I do not do semi-personal. And the reason is just because it's not very evergreen, you know, as we're tapping into these cosmic energies. It's not something you can revisit that easily in the future. So I only do the semi-personals for my evergreen content. So when I'm tapping into a situational energy, because this is tapping into cosmic and collective energies, it really doesn't make sense to do the semi-personal. If you are interested, so you may have seen some other videos on my channel. If you're interested in grabbing the semi-personal for any of those, you can go to cardreadingqueen.com/2020 readings, and that will set you up with that. So on the masculine side, you know, we're seeing some happy cards, to be honest. Yeah, so we've got the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, I think that this masculine, he is experiencing this injustice wound, but he's definitely taking a lighter approach to the healing than the feminine is. Like, for the feminine, this is very, very painful. For the masculine, you know, he knows that he's healing, but he's okay. He's feeling okay and feeling good right now. So we've got the 10 of Cups. And this I'm getting is, you know, it's a general happiness, but I'm also getting that it's reflecting back on the past, and really remembering some of the good times. And that is quite different from what the feminine is experiencing. We also have this Page of Swords. You know, with this, I think that he is, it's like the masculine is able, he's experiencing this wounding, but he's able to step back and truly observe the wounding from a very, just a very non-reactionary space. So it's almost like he's like pulled that wounding outside of himself and set it on his bookshelf. And he's just kind of observing it right now. He's able to do so in a very detached way. Which is not the case for the feminine. So let's dig into what she is experiencing. sure that I got all the cards. All right, so we have the World with the Six of Swords, with the High Priestess. So this feminine is experiencing a deeper transformation right now, and this understanding of the injustice wound, it's really taking her deeper into being able to close out an energetic cycle for her and her masculine as she releases the wounding around this. That's what she's moving toward. It's a big one though. So that's something, if you are experiencing this, you know, make sure you're gentle with yourself. You know, a big part of this wounding is she has actually traversed this wounding in the past, but it's coming up again, and she doesn't really know why, but she does. She knows that, you know, she's healing another layer of this. And so she's kind of been through this before. So it's not exactly new, but it's coming up in a very painful way for her now. And she has been good for a bit at this point, but this is really shaking her. And she feels like, she's tried to release this a couple times already, but that it still keeps coming up, and it's just another cycle and another layer over and over again. So we have the High Priestess. She's really trying to tap into her higher power and use the tools that she has learned for healing in order to deal with this, and in order to find that peace again for herself. But the good news is that through this dark night that she's experiencing, and it doesn't have to be an intense dark night. I'm just using that phrase just to talk about the upheaval of it. Through this dark night, she's understanding that it's healing something that's going to push this relationship into the next energetic cycle. And, you know, from what I pulled from the cosmic energies, this cycle should be ending. It's not totally clear, but within, so it's probably like a couple weeks at least before this next cycle ends. The first cycle was it was about 24 days at the beginning of January. So this is going to be something to work through in the next couple weeks. So if you are the feminine, or if you're the masculine and experiencing the feminine's energy within you, then just give yourself some patience, give yourself some extra self-love, and know that you are going through something big that's going to really transform the relationship in a positive way. So I'm going to pull some cards on the masculine side to see what they're really feeling right now. Yeah, so it's interesting that we've been talking about injustice, and we got the Justice card on the masculine side. So what's happening here is the masculine is actually, he's kind of known that this is coming for a while, and I think that's why he has been so chill about it, and why he's kind of traversing this in a very nonchalant way. And it's possible, if you are in contact with your masculine, it's possible that you're not really seeing it on the surface. It's also possible, if you are the masculine, that you're almost experiencing this unconsciously or subconsciously, just because the energy on your side still feels pretty good. But it's definitely something that, the masculine has known about for a while. He knew it was an issue. He knew it was gonna be an issue. And he is kind of just, waiting and prepared for his feminine to work through this on her end, because he really knows that it's an issue for her. He is you know, he's experiencing some of this heartbreak for sure. And it's the heartbreak of the feminine and the wounding on the feminine side. It's not a overall heartbreak though for this masculine. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's really like just that, you know, just that part of him when he's tapping into that specific energy, he can feel emotionally that heartbreak, and he can see that pain in the feminine right now. And this can be true. He can see it in his feminine, also in feminines in his life, like moms, daughters. If he's with somebody who's not his feminine, it could be a partner or a spouse. It could be coworkers, bosses, employees. You know, any feminines in his life, he may be just noticing their pain and their wounding around, you know, some of these things that have been unfair to women over the course of their lifetimes, and that is currently still being passed down because each generation is working on healing it. This Justice card, really, he sees this as balancing the scales in a good way for his feminine. And he's seeing that this is a necessary thing that has to happen in order to really bring the two energies into balance more. So, and it's very collective is what I'm getting. I'm not getting that it's an inner balance of the masculine and feminine. I'm getting that it's a collective balance of the masculine and feminine. Let's see what's going on with the feminine, what she's feeling. We've got Two of Swords, Strength. That card has been coming up lately in a lot of my readings. And then we have, the Two of Swords. So, this was the Three of Swords. Totally missed that. All right, so we have the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Strength card. So yeah, I think she's not feeling great about this. She feels really stuck and hopeless in many ways. She feels angry, like she's ready to kind of have an outburst, have an emotional outburst. She's trying to like hold it in, hold it together. This heartbreak card, the Three of Swords over here, of course, mirrored with the masculine. This is like, it's really painful for her. Basically, she's experiencing a deep heartbreak that is truly collective. It's truly generational. And just, she wants to come out as like the warrior, basically, from this. She wants to fight, and at the same time she feels just exhausted and she feels hopeless. She feels like nothing that she does is actually going to contribute to the solution, and it doesn't feel good to her. She wants to find a solution or a way out of this, but she's experienced a lot of stuff, and she has some baggage around this wounding and this healing. All right, so let's go deeper. What's actually happening behind the scenes? Getting the Strength card again. We've got the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Yeah, so what's happening in the background is really just, on the masculine side, it's really, he's experiencing this as breakthroughs. Could be anywhere, but I'm getting specifically in work. He's experiencing some breakthroughs, maybe in other areas of his life, but I'm getting breakthroughs in his work, his foundation, his finances, his career, that sort of thing. Maybe his home life as well. Also, getting that the emotions are bubbling up here. And he's really, again, he's got some detachment to it. So it's really, not affecting him as strongly, but he's really, seeing those emotions bubble up, and he's pulling them out of himself and just, again, setting them on the shelf and observing them right now. And really trying to ground them. I think in many ways he's doing, the reason he's in such a good place is that he's grounding for the feminine right now. Even if you guys are not in contact, even, you know, you could also be in a relationship. Either way, the masculine is grounding for the feminine right now and what she's going through with this injustice wound. So he's feeling a lot of it, but he's really staying detached from it, which is a good thing. I am getting, though, that the feminine feels a little, resentful of that, because she feels like, why does the masculine get to be enjoying his life while I'm, you know, suffering from this wounding right now? Just know that he is grounding for the union overall. So on the feminine side, what's really going on? We have the 8 of Coins, the 9 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah, so I think, you know, this is really clear cut. What's really going on? You're just doing the healing work here. Getting this done. I know the feeling is that it feels like a bit of exhaustion, like, I've done this. I've been doing this work. You know, why do I have to keep doing the work? Why does it have to keep being so hard and so painful? And there's just this desire to not keep pushing through. What I'm getting, though, again, is that this is bringing the feminine into a deeper power. And it's really this energy of, it's the energy of, as you release this wound in the feminine, in the feminine energies within, you're able to better access your masculine energy within, which is going to be an aid to you in the future. Because what's happening is your injustice and resentment toward the masculine is also injustice and resentment toward the masculine within you and toward yourself. So as you release that, you're going to bring that into deeper balance, and you're going to be able to access this King of Swords energy within you as the, you know, it's a masculine energy, obviously. You're going to be able to access that within you on a deeper level, and that is actually going to propel you forward. So, you know, basically what it's saying is try to, you know, do the best you can to release this energy, this new layer that you're discovering, because as you do that, you're really coming into greater harmony with yourself. And it's almost like right now you're angry at this, you know, at this thing, and you're manifesting that outside of yourself. You're manifesting the villain of this and the perpetrator of this outside of yourself. And in reality, it's within you right now. And you have to look within in order to see that and observe that. So I'm going to pull some guidance to wrap up this reading. So let me get this deck cleared, that deck cleared. What I want to do is pull some Lovers Oracle cards. This is one of my favorite decks, by the way, for messages. It's just a really beautiful deck, and I do love the artist of this as well, who did the artwork for it. Little bit hard to shuffle. I frequently have issues shuffling this deck, but it's still worth it. It's, you know, gorgeous heart-shaped deck. Definitely, if you collect tarot and oracle decks, this is a great one to have, especially for your twin soul journey. All right. Here we go. One more shuffle. Okay. Yeah, so we got a couple. All right, so we got a couple messages here. So let's start with the masculine. We have romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. You know, if you are a masculine watching this video, the best thing you can do is just share love with your feminine right now. She really needs you present in the 3D, in the physical. She needs your compassion right now. You know, Valentine's Day is coming up around the corner. It would be great to do something really lovely for her if you're able to. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. This is just if your feminine is really, if she's angry and kind of spewing her resentment toward you right now, just know that this is going to pass. The thing that she's going through is actually going to bring her deeper into the union and also closer to you, and realize that you can support her and help her by really just honoring your feminine energy within as well. And then of course on the 3D, you can support her and help her just by showing her love. And she would really love and appreciate that if you're able to do that, if you guys are in contact. Even if you're not in contact, there's a video on my channel. It's coming out next week, but it's basically about how you can send your twin soul love even when you're not in contact. And so it goes through a couple different ways that you can do that. And I highly recommend that video if you are, you know, not in contact with your twin soul right now. On the feminine side, we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Yeah, I think that this injustice wound, it's almost like so it has been collective, it has been patriarchal. The feminine is holding on to it though, and it's almost like, it's really almost like she's doing it to herself in a way. It's like she's built a prison and she's kind of locked herself in it. And this is just this injustice piece, this wounding. Yes, it's real. And on the outside, you're seeing it on the outside. Yes, it's real and you're feeling it within. And at the same time, it is a question of self-worth for you. Like all of that is true at once. So this is not to put, it's not to, like when I say that it's a prison of your own making, it's not to say, it's not to create shame for you. It's not to say that this is your fault in any way. It's really just to say that, you experience the circumstances and they cause the feelings. None of that's really in your control. The control, though, is in healing it. You didn't control what happened, but you can control how you respond to it. And this is really a matter of self-confidence, self-worth. I'm getting, go to your solar plexus chakra, do some healing there, whether it's physical or whether, whether you're doing meditations, journaling, whatever you'd like to do. But that's where this wounding is really residing right now. That's the root of it. Also, we have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. I'm again getting the self-confidence message, which is just that this injustice that you are experiencing, that is a wounding, it's been holding you back your whole life. And it's something that as you shift your mindset around it, and the truth is it's a big one, so don't be surprised if this takes a couple days, a couple weeks. Be very gentle with yourself as you are working through this, however you prefer to work through these things, whether it's meditation, it's body work, it's healthy living, it's self-care, it's journaling, however you do your work. It's a big one, but it's something that is worth working through, because it's really going to open up your opportunities. It's going to help you see yourself differently and experience the world differently as a result. So this is what's going on right now. I think that's all the messages. Everything feels really complete. You can also follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/cardreadingqueen. Basically, if you are interested in going deeper in these cosmic energies, I am really truly hoping to start putting out some resources for you, some materials for you about what's going on there. And I think it's just going to be of, great use to know what the cosmic energies are saying about the twin soul relationships. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.